Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Charley Collier, live at Centennial High School with my co-partner Tony Wall for this intriguing opening district game between Ravenwood and Centennial. We're ready to tip off. And Centennial gathers the opening tip, gets it out to Leisure in the corner. Up top to Brown, who swings it around to Harris. Oh, and Harris's pass intercepted.
No, he's got to see the defender right there, but you know, I know he'll pick it up.
Andrew's shot no good. Rebounded by Centennial and brought up the court by Harris. Finds the shore. Escapes the trap with the pass to David Mosley. And Ryan Harris for three.
Yeah, he's been shooting a lot lately these past few games, but he's really been out there shooting that thing.
Zone defense early for the Cougars, forces a steal, and Leisure's going to push it up the court. It looks like that one went off his foot, and Ravenwood will take over.
Charlie Bob, I really like the matchup for Centennial with Ryan Harris on Elon tonight. He's a really good defender, and Elon's a very good offensive scorer.
Elon Smallwood bringing the ball up the court. Trainer has it. Back to Smallwood. Andrews.
Good defense there by Emmanuel Brown.
And Centennial tonight, they're going to look to force the issue a little bit after the ball foul called.
Emmanuel Brown's been a very consistent free throw shooter this year, and I think it'll continue tonight.
Misses the first one. Second shot coming. That foul was on Alexander. Emmanuel Brown struggled mightily from the free throw line last season. Not off to a great start tonight.
Coach Fred is making some early changes tonight with bringing in Jarvell Pope early, getting some big minutes tonight.
Oh, good cut by Smallwood. Nice pass, and that leads to 2 points for Ravenwood.
Ravens bringing good pressure, but that was a way to get out of the trap by Centennial.
That was a beautifully executed play right there from Ravenwood. Leisure pulls up, he's short, but David Mosley's there to grab the rebound and get 2 points.
You know, Charlie Bob, I really believe in KJ's shot, and I think that was a pass right there.
Okay. Pulls up for three, off the mark, rebounded by Brown, and now Pope is gonna push it up. Back to Brown. Brown drives the lane, he has his shot blocked. That was
Elon with the shot.
And right back up the floor, Elon Smallwood hits the three. This game's tied up. Pressure forces a turnover for Centennial. Ravenwood back with possession. Drives the paint and gets two. That was number 23, Bolden. Pope 2-on-1. Good transition D from Ravenwood there as Mosley misses a shot. Ravenwood up early, 7-5 with 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter. They're going to say there's a little bit of an elbow right there from, I believe, Borden.
That was great defense right there from David Mosley, senior.
Yeah, it looks like one of the new rules that's been implemented these last couple of years now is a little bit of a hand check there, and that's going to get called every time. Leisure trapped in the corner. He's going to have to call timeout. Poor execution there for Centennial, and they're going to talk this one over at the timeout. And that's going to lead us to our first Outback trivia question of the night. Earlier this season in football, Centennial defeated the Ravenwood Raptors. What was the final score?
Dang, that's a tough one, Charlie Bob. Centennial had a very successful football season, but I don't know if I know that answer.
Any guesses?
If I had to guess, I'll guess 31-10. 31. Actually, I take that back. 31-13, Centennial.
All right, we'll get back with that one at the next timeout. That one, the Outback trivia question of the night. One of a couple to come here.
Joyner passing it down.
Leisure, he's going to find Mosley. Leisure with the double team. A few passes.
Great drive by Kennedy right there. Kennedy is a transfer. He transferred here last year, didn't get to play any basketball, but I've seen some big things out of him in the gym, so I think he can make some noise this year.
Yeah, Watkins definitely a player to keep your eye on. And as Ravenwood is no good from three. Oh, and as Lee Shore goes up for the rebound, they're going to call him on a shove. That'll be his first foul of the night.
You know, Charlie, I don't really agree with that call, but I mean, the refs are doing what they can to make this game fair.
And it looks like Harris couldn't come off of that screen fast enough. Gave him the open look for three. But a missed shot. Didn't miss that one, though. That's number 3. That's Zach Erickson. And Ravenwood's going to take a 10-7 lead. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul right there. Looks like that one's going to go against LaShore. Trying to set the pick there. Didn't look like he had his feet set. I don't know about that one, though. Smallwood to inbound. Ooh, that one tipped away by Kennedy. Recovered, though. It's now Smallwood. Head fake. Good. And drives. Cross-court pass right there. And that three's off the mark. Looks like they might be trying to push the floor now. They're going to slow it down and set up the offense. Oh, they find an open Leisure for 3. He's got it. 3 points.
He's not missing many of those, Charlie Ball.
Ooh. Good D right there from Harris.
Kennedy Watkins.
And Kennedy Watkins forces the Ravenwood mistake. And Centennial will get the ball. Some subs coming in. We got Hayden Pearson. And number 1, the senior, Connor Jenkins. Kennedy Watkins to inbound. And Jenkins is going to bring this one up the court. Leisure will come off the floor for the first time tonight. As Jenkins pulls up for 3, he's off the mark. Watkins, excuse me. Ravenwood pass, errant, turnover, Centennial takes over.
Centennial's pressuring D is really making Ravenwood make some crucial mistakes here early in the game.
And that's a foul right there on Ravenwood as Jenkins beat the trap. Joyner to inbounds. Leisure back in the game. 3-on-2, but good transition D right there from the Raptors. Forces a bad pass from Centennial, Ravenwood ball.
I saw what Kennedy saw right there, but I think he could have went up with the basketball right there. Maybe got fouled or maybe hit the layup.
Leisure meets him pretty far up past half court, trying to make him waste more time. Force pressure early right there. You don't want to give him too much of a head start before you meet him. That foul was on David Mosley, and that'll send number 23, Eric Borden, to the line. And he misses the front end of 2 shots.
Looks like Coach Borden is putting Devious Chrisman in early in the game today. He's been coming off a successful football season lately, and he's only been here for like a week of practice. So that's pretty shocking to me.
And right there, a poor box out from Chrisman. Centennial will end up with the ball, though, after a little bit of a scramble. They're going to call a foul on Ravenwood. Looks like there was a reach there. That's their 4th team foul. Saul Cup checks in for Bollinger. Pearson up top, the head fake, drives. Dishes to Chrisman, who finds a wide open Emmanuel Brown. 2 points on the mid-range jumper. Nice play right there. Good eyes from Chrisman.
Great composure right there by Devious Chrisman. He could have gone up with that shot and had a tough shot, but he saw Emmanuel Brown wide open and right behind him. Great call by the ref.
Shook Kennedy right there, but took too many steps trying to get to the basket. Centennial ball. Oh, bad pass from Emmanuel Brown. Tipped by Ravenwood. Creates a loose ball. There was a foul on the play. Let's see who it was on. Looks like they're going to call it on Ravenwood. And Centennial gets lucky right there. That's the 5th team foul against the Raptors. One more and they're in the bonus. Head fake from Brown. Dishes it into Devious. Devious, weak shot there. Might have been some contact. But either way, no good. And Ravenwood will have the ball. Open 3 from the corner. Oh, he a little strong on that one. Missed everything. Centennial ball. Leisure beats his man off the dribble. Pulls up for the mid-range shot. No good, but there was a foul called. And Leisure will go to the line 4-2.
I'm surprised, even though KJ got fouled, I'm surprised he didn't make that shot. Usually his mid-range game off the pull-up is money, usually.
First shot. It's good. Sends the lead to 13-10, Centennial. 35 seconds left in the quarter.
Luckily for Centennial, KJ is the 3rd best free throw shooter in the county at 87% this year.
Makes the second one to increase his percentages. Maybe we can see it move up into 3rd tonight. Excuse me, 2nd. Harris with a D on Smallwood. And I really like this pressure here from Centennial. Man-to-man defense, switching well. Good communication on the court right now. And it looks like Raven was going to hold for the final shot.
I talked to Coach Burden the other day, and he said that he really likes pressuring on defense. He really likes forcing the other team into crucial turnovers.
Smallwood pressured, was able to find a teammate. Shot no good, and that'll end the first quarter. Your score, your Centennial Cougars 14 and the visiting Ravenwood Raptors 10. And it's time for the answer to our Outback Steakhouse trivia question of the night, number 1. For those of you who don't recall, the trivia question was, Centennial dominated Ravenwood on the football field this year, earlier in the season. What was the final score? Tony, would you like to reveal the answer?
I would love to reveal the answer. Ravenwood 10, Centennial 31 points this year, week 4.
There you have it. Utter domination from the Centennial football team. Completely embarrassed the 6A state champs. Made them look like a middle school JV team.
You know, I was at that game and looking at it, I don't know how Centennial didn't make it farther than the playoffs.
And you know, if they were in 6A, they easily would have been the state champions. There's no doubt about that. If a weak Ravenwood team was able to win the state finals against Maryville, no wonder what Centennial would have been able to do. Again, a very just poor Ravenwood football team. As we're resuming play right here, second quarter, Ravenwood has the ball. Deep 3. That one rolls around, no good. Fight for the ball. That's out of bounds. They're going to call that off of Brown. Ravenwood retains possession. And you know, that's the kind of range that I don't think that Eli Bankster has. Smallwood has it though. He pulls up. Oh, not this time. Air ball. And Centennial will take over.
Elon, I'm surprised that came out of him because usually he's a very good three-point shooter.
Jenkins checks in for Pearson. Looks like there's some confusion right here. Official timeout. Looks like they're discussing something at the scoreboard. Let's see if we can check in and hear what they're saying.
Looks like the referees told the Ravenwood student section to not use foul language. I think they were saying something a little bad. And
and it looks like they confiscated an air horn. That is an illegal device at a basketball game. Right call there from the referees. You don't want to see that kind of sportsmanship from the opposing team.
No, I'm not surprised for a school like Ravenwood to do something like that. You know, we're big rivals, but sometimes they just get out of hand.
Stolen from Smallwood. Bad pass, though, allows Centennial time to get back. And they're going to call an offensive foul. That one goes against Eli Burgester. Good job, Centennial.
Although Ryan Harris got the turnover on that, but that was great recovering and just coming out and forcing a good turnover.
And looks like Ravenwood's laying off that full court pressure now. They're going to let Harris bring it up. Smallwood's going to meet him at half court and giving him a lot of space right here. Man defense from the Raptors. And this one's going to go against Ravenwood. A little bit of a push right there, trying to get off of the screen. 8th team foul. Centennial's going to go to the line.
One-on-one. Connor Jenkins at the line. I think he'll hit 2 right here.
Bold prediction, smart prediction. Or maybe not. Misses the first one, rebound by Ravenwood. 3-on-2 opportunity. Smallwood's going to drive the lane. Falling away, shot no good, but he was fouled, and he will go to the line for 2.
I think that's the best that Ryan Harris could have done in that situation. Charging Elon Smallwood is pretty tough to guard, especially in transition.
I was a little disappointed in the transition defense from the Cougars there. Can't give him that kind of opportunity. Makes the first one. 1 possession game now.
The Centennial student section is chanting radio while he's at the line. I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm sure he's thinking about that in the back of his mind while he's shooting those free throws.
And he still makes a second, though. And radio is a reference to a movie about a special needs high school football player in Mississippi. So I think that one was a little inappropriate. Mosley's shot no good. And Brown trying to get the rebound, goes over the back. 15th foul against Centennial. Ravenwood ball.
I'm shocked by Coach Froden's frequent substitutions this game. You think that a team would get comfortable in the game, and a lot of substitution could help disrupt that.
Very upset about something right there. Looks like he's yelling at David Mosley to scoot back a little bit in this 2-3 zone that Centennial is now running. Switching over from the man pressure. You got to be disciplined here and force him into some long-range shots. That's what Centennial's trying to do right now.
Coach Froden's 2-3 zone really pressures the other team into making tough decisions. But sometimes it leads cross-court passes open for wide-open threes like this one.
He's off the mark, however. Weak job rebounding there from Kennedy. However, he doesn't let them have a third opportunity as he grabs the rebound. Leisure brings it up the court. Pull-up three, no good.
Although Leisure missed
and
that
Smallwood, shot fake, drives, kicks out for three. That one is in, and Ravenwood will take a 1-point lead. Keyshawn Thompson for three. Jenkins forces that one a little bit, no good.
I think he might have stepped out right there, Charlie Bob. Great defense there by Kennedy Watkins.
And that was number 21 with the travel. Keyshawn Thompson coming off of the made three. Oh, official timeout. Some foul language from the Ravenwood student section, and the referee is calling for that young man to get his tail out of here. Security guard gonna escort him out the doors. That's not what you want to see. Unfortunately, it had to happen. Back to the action on the court. Centennial beats the press. Harris chooses not to shoot the open three, but to drive instead. Misses it. Second chance opportunity. Grabs his own rebound. Kicks it out to Kennedy for three. He's got it.
Kennedy Watkins has one of those Texas three-point shots. It looks a little awkward, but it goes in a lot.
Not letting them get the middle. However, poor defense there when it comes to footwork. And he's able to get in and get the and one opportunity. That's number 23. I believe that's Eli Borden. My bad. That was Anthony Borden.
Looks like Ravenwood is substituting one of their football players, number 50, Jonathan Gerald.
Fresh out of Sweden, Gerald is.
You know, he was an effective football player from Ravenwood on their state championship winning
I think effective is a little bit of a stretch. He mostly took up space. He's a big body.
You're right, Charlie Bob, you're right.
Very soft blocking. Number 42, Tony Wall handled him all night. And one opportunity converted. And Ravenwood now has the lead in this one. Oh, good pass right there. Gets it up court to Jenkins. And man of the hour, that's Gerald's on the foul. And Connor Jenkins will go to the line.
I really like how Centennial is breaking the press right here. They're cool, calm, and collective, passing the ball around and just getting the ball to where they can.
Yeah, the key to beating the press is definitely you got to have good eyes passing, and right now Centennial has that. It's creating a lot of opportunities to drive the lane and get some points.
Transition points are key in a game like this.
And Centennial's got the lead back. It's a back and forth game in this one. 2 free throws good from Jenkins. Looks like Centennial's going to press now. Joyner playing safety. Zach Erickson guarded tightly and has that ball tipped away, but he's able to maintain possession, and Leisure will be called for the push. Looks like he was trying to reach that ball. Too much contact there, and Leisure already has 3 fouls. Key player cannot afford to lose him in this one. I would not be surprised to see him subbed out right here. But it looks like they're going to leave him in the game as Erickson goes to the line for 2. Or for 1, excuse me. That was a 1-and-1, and he missed the first one. Rebound Centennial. And it looks like they're going to try to push it up the court.
The Texas sniper for another 3.
It's good. Solid defense from Centennial. Rotating well with the zone, forces a contested 3, and he doesn't hit anything there. Leisure for 3, off the front rim, rebounded by Gerald. Smallwood gonna push the floor. That transition basket from Ravenwood was missed, and Centennial now Leisure for 3. He's off the mark again. Poor shooting night so far from Leisure. He needs to heat up if Centennial wants to win this one.
Luckily, the flexing Texan has his back on the 3-point line.
And that one was a foul against Centennial. Gerald's will go to the line after making the basket. Extra point opportunity right here. And if you're Centennial, you cannot give teams second and third chances. You got to crash the boards. You can't let them get offensive rebounds like that. And it looks like David Mosley and Emmanuel Brown are going to check in.
That was a foul on number 20, and if he would have just boxed out, I think it would have been good right there, but he waited too late, and it came back to hurt him.
Yeah, that was Joyner. Hadn't heard much from Joyner tonight. 1-point game now. Leisure, he's going to push it. Kicks it out to Pearson. Pearson drives the lane, has his pass shot blocked from behind. As now Smallwood has it. Ravenwood back in control.
Although that shot by Pearson got blocked, I love the aggressiveness from the sophomore coming out here trying to make a name for himself.
Wide open shot missed. Offensive rebounder from Gerald's, but a little klutzy there as they're going to call the offensive foul. Definitely can't dip the shoulder like that in the lane. They're going to call that every time.
You know, Charlie Bob, I still think he thinks he's playing football.
Wouldn't be much effective if he was still playing football. Leisure with the acrobatic layup.
It amazes me how in high school, if you use your left hand, it's so effective against some of these defenders.
Yeah, LaShore very good with his offhand. Finds the cutting Gerald's inside. Beautiful pass from Elon. And second chance opportunity good from Gerald. Poor rebounding again from Centennial, as they just don't have the size advantage right now. And when you don't have the size advantage, your technique has to improve. Boxing out. Cross-court pass to Pearson. Pearson pulls up for 3. He's a little long on that one. Rebounded by Mosley. And they're going to call the foul against Ravenwood. That's number 2, Zach Erickson on the reach.
That was actually number 2, Stefan Erickson. His brother is Zach Erickson.
Oh, excuse me, that was Stefan. As Mosley goes to the line for 2, double bonus. And the first free throw is good. He gets real low. Good technique from the stripe.
Mosley's struggled from the line this year, but that was a really good confidence booster to get his next free throw in.